Good morning, everybody. So today we have a no lunge morning practice for you, just to invite some movement, some heat into the body and start your day right. So we're going to start actually in mountain pose on the back of your mat here. I'll stand here in front of you just so you can see me. I want you to stand with your feet hip-width distance apart for now. Your hands are going to come firmly out by your side, strong arms here. Your pelvis is tucked under, your shoulders are up and back. Finding a good posture here. Maybe we go ahead and close our eyes here. Just meeting ourselves where we are on the mat. We're going to start with our yogic breath, that Ujjayi breath. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. You're going to create a lock in the back of your throat to make those ocean sounds that we hear. So inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Maybe we bring one hand to our heart, one hand to our stomach, right under your rib cage here. You're going to inhale through the nose, feel how that hand rises, inflating that belly. Exhale, that hand falls. Observing your breath. Just observing how you feel this morning. There's no right or wrong answer here, right? We'll keep our eyes closed. Just really focusing on our breath before we get started. We'll bring our hands back to our side, slowly batting those eyes open. And we're going to take a big good morning stretch. So bend those knees to bring those arms up. Big stretch here, looking up above you. I'm going to bring my left hand to my right wrist. I'm going to lean over to the left side. I'm not falling into my chest. My chest is open up to the sky. Opening up that right side body. Inhale to come up, big stretch. We'll switch our hands. My right hand comes to my left wrist, leaning over to the right side, stretching out my left side body. Good, let's do that one more time. Inhale to come to center. Exhale, we'll bring it over to the right side. Inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, we come over to the left. Good. We'll inhale back up to center. Exhale to take a forward fold, hinging at our hips. My right hand's gonna come to the front of my feet. I'm gonna inhale my left arm up. Twist here. Look over that left shoulder. Exhale to come back down, switching hands. Your left hand is on the mat, that right hand comes up. Big twist here. Let's do it one more time. Exhale, we'll bring that hand down. Inhale, that left arm comes up. Twist. Exhale, that left arm down. Inhale, that right arm up. Moving with your breath here. Very nice. From this forward fold, you're here at the back of the mat. We're going to slowly walk our hands forward, coming in to a plank position. There's some options here. We can just hold here, tucking in through those abs, straightening our back, trying to focus just on perfecting this posture. So those heels come back, we're pushing into the hands, we're looking forward. High plank. You can stay here and hold, moving with your breath. Or we can come down into a chaturanga push-up. Breathing here. For 3, 2, 1. We're gonna send those hips up and back, finding our downward dog. Breathing here. Those hips are up high, pressing those heels as much as you can to the mat, opening up through your shoulders and pressing your chest closer to your thighs. Breathing here. Before walking those hands back, coming to our forward fold. Let's take a ragdoll moment here. So we're going to interlace opposite hands, opposite elbows. Just bounce it out. Letting any thoughts that you don't need go here. Breathing here. Very good. We're going to drop our hands back to the mat, walking those hands forward, finding our plank. We stay here in high plank, breathing, focusing on engaging the abs. Or we take a chaturanga push-up. Maybe we take 2 push-ups. Coming back up. And then we'll bring our hips back up, downward facing dog. Good morning. Breathing here. Returning to a natural rhythm that works for you. We'll walk our hands back to our feet again, coming into our beautiful forward fold, letting everything go before slowly rising, vertebrae by vertebrae, to come to stand at the back of your mat. The last thing to rise is your head here. Good. Let's do some love on our legs. So we're going to come to pyramid pose. You're going to step that right foot out in front of you. And that left foot comes, the left toes are going to face forward, but at a slight angle to the front left corner of your mat. My feet aren't on a tightrope. They're hip distance apart here. My hands are coming to my hips, this part where you feel your hip bones here. Inhale to straighten that back. Exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips, bringing that chest to your front right leg, or as close as you can get. We're bringing that right hip back, that left hip forward, and whenever you get to your limit, just drop your hands. Maybe they come to touch the mat. Maybe they come to rest on your shin or your ankle. Breathing here, stretching out the back hamstrings here. If your hands are on the mat, you can start to walk them out a little bit further. Breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. One more deep cycle of breath here before we bring our hands back to our hips, engage those abs, and on an inhale, we're going to come back up, pushing into the ground, supporting yourself with your legs. Nice. Let's open up to triangle pose. So we're going to open up this left back foot. It's going to come parallel with the short edge of your mat. This right foot is going to come forward, stretched out with your toes facing the front of the mat. And my heel is in line with the arch of my back foot here. My hips are open. I'm going to open up my arms, breathing here, looking forward. Inhale, I'm going to straighten my back. Exhale, I'm going to bring my right arm forward. My left hip comes back, and I'm going to open up through my chest, dropping my right arm down. Breathing here, pushing into the outside of the back foot, straightening that right foot and right leg. Breathing here. Opening up through that left shoulder. Activating those abs, trying not to fall. Straight backs, looking up at that left hand. On your next inhale, we're gonna activate those abs, coming back to center. And we can find ourselves back at the back of the mat in our mountain pose. Let's just take a moment to notice how we feel here. Notice if there's any difference between your right side and your left. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side now. So you're gonna find your pyramid pose. You're gonna bring your left foot forward this time. You're gonna bring your right foot to face the top right corner of your mat. And my feet are hip width distance apart. So inhale, we're gonna bring our hands to our hip bones again, and we're gonna hinge at our hips to come forward. That chest wants to touch that knee. We're gonna bring that left hip back, that right hip forward. Our hips are in line, stretching as far as we can down. Finding our limits, and then maybe dropping our hands to the floor or dropping our hands to our ankle or our calves. Breathing here. Opening up through that back left leg. Breathing here. And on every exhale, just sinking a little bit deeper. Those hips rise. We're inhaling and exhaling through our nose. One more big cycle of breath, pushing into those feet. And we're gonna bring our hands back to our hips, activating our abs, inhaling to come back up. Breathing here. We're gonna open up into our triangle pose. So you're just gonna open up that right leg and straighten that left leg here. I'll switch sides so that you can see me. We have our left leg forward, our right leg parallel to the mat. Here, our hips are open. Inhale to open those arms, looking over that front left arm. Exhale, we're gonna bring our hip out, pressing our arms forward and cartwheeling that right arm up above us. Opening up here. Breathing into our triangle pose. Opening up our chest, trying not to fall into it. Using our abs, using our core to steady us. One more big cycle of breath here before we inhale. Come up, back to triangle. And here we'll make our way back to the back of the mat here in our mountain pose where we started. We'll bring our arms out by our side, taking up space wherever you are. Maybe closing your eyes here. Observing your body. Congratulations on inviting movement into your body this morning. If you have time, I invite you to come down to the mat and take a Savasana. But if not, I'll leave you here. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice, and enjoy the rest of your day.